What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick and I want to welcome you back for another one of my music video reviews. We're taking a look at this newest song from April titled Tinkerbell, and well, it's April, you kind of have a general idea of what they are known for up to this point. So let's see if it's different or if it's the same, and if I like it or not, of course, because that's the reason why we do these, and then to tell you what I think. So let's get the music video started with my first impressions coming up right now. Yeah, so far, right, this is like just basically the beginning. This isn't like so much drastically different from what they've released previously, but I actually like this a lot though compared to their other songs. I like it a lot more. Yeah, I mean, like, as far as this song is concerned for this group, I actually really like this as an April song, like, a lot more than from what I remember before. So, oh, it's good. It's good. I'm like, seriously, it's a big improvement, I think. A really big improvement. I like this a lot. I mean, there's like, you know, a lot of elements of this so far that I'm really enjoying. What the hell? That was unexpected. So now she's tiny, of course, because now she's supposed to be, I guess, Tinkerbell, right? Yeah, it's alright though. It's the point. Anyway, like I was saying, you know, like it's got the style of this is nice. The just this general sound and feel of the song is also really good too. I'm, you know, overall, like, you know, really enjoying this. Like, it's not gonna be a song that I love, you know, it's not my style, but that little build up and bridge part too, up to this like outro bit was cool too. I like that a lot. Not a bad song. Not a bad song at all. Got a little, I guess, an extended outro though. But yeah, that was a. There you go. That was a pretty great song. Cause like I remember their. I can't even remember, maybe this is their first comeback or something like that. I can't remember, because that's like how, like, their songs, or their debut song, or anything else that was released after that, you know, was okay, it was good, it was not particularly, like, the best, but to be fair, I think, like, DSP Media last year with, Kara, the last release from Kara, and it didn't have the best year as far as the music that they produced or put out. So, you know, April was kind of weak compared to this song, you know, and it's not like anything that was particularly super memorable for me. But this one definitely stands out a lot more than their previous release, so that's a big improvement. This one definitely had me more, you know, engaged. I had a lot more fun, I guess you can say. Just overall, there were a lot more aspects of this that I really enjoyed through the first through my first, you know, time listening to this. So, you know, that's good. That is always a good thing, right? But that's about all that I can say at the moment, because I need to listen to this a couple more times, watch it a few more times, and then I will be back with my final review coming up in just 1 second. Or yeah, it'll be right now, basically. All right, I have a couple more points to make just to wrap this video up really quickly. It shouldn't take too or very, very long to make, but this is just generally speaking, because I don't really have any particular specifics to point out about this song, just because there aren't really and isn't anything that really stood out to me. But overall, this is a much better song from this group than they've released ever before. And like, I couldn't remember specifically what they'd released before, like I said, because like their songs weren't at least for me, they weren't particularly like noteworthy. They didn't stand out from the crowd, so there wasn't really particularly much of a reason why I should remember that. But that being said, like, this definitely is a song that I think is much better. The previous songs were obviously like really the simple and the cheesy and the kind of normal K-pop cute style for girl groups, and that's cool, and that's their style, and that's what they're going for, and but they weren't anything that was like musically memorable or visually memorable or anything like that for me, so that's why I didn't particularly remember. But this song is definitely, like I said, one of their best, probably going to be something that I remember more than the others, so that's always good, because I'm hopefully when they release another song coming up very soon, I'm hoping that this one I actually remember that this was a song that they released, instead of being like, I can't remember if they had to come back after their debut or not, because I couldn't remember that, obviously, so that was a bit embarrassing or whatever. But that's just kind of like the general feeling I got from this group. Like, they're okay and they're good for what they are, but for me, it's just not something that was particularly memorable. And the thing is that this is, for me personally, my take and my view and approach and enjoyment for this song is that, like, this is obviously a super cute style group, and this is what they're all about at the moment. And that's, not my thing particularly. If it's your thing, then you will absolutely love this song, and, because it's good, it's got that music aspect of it, which is, fun, and then you've got all of the typical, girl group, the cute things that they do, and the choreography, and the wardrobe, and all the other things, it's like, there are all of the elements that make up that, perfect, overly cute, concept and style. But for me, that's not my thing. So, it's not really my obviously what I'm into. But that being said, like, I definitely 100%, appreciate the song for what it's supposed to be, what it's trying to be, because I think that, like I said, it is a good song for what it is, and it's not trying to be anything that is like work of art as far as the composition is concerned or anything like that. It's just trying to be a pretty decent song that's entertaining, and people who like the visual style enjoy. So I think DSP with this one has put out a pretty decent product, and it's not really going to be, I don't think, be putting April on the fast track to fame and success, but this definitely, I think, does appeal more to like the Korean market or the domestic market versus the international fan base, because the groups that have debuted that have stuff that sounds and looks more like mature sounding are doing much better than April is. But there's also, since it's DSP, there's also a bunch of other factors that are involved in that as well, considering what has basically happened with that company over the last, year or 6 months, so the different aspects of it. But now maybe, April can or will, take it, or just, move up a couple notches and just put out, basically, because at the moment they're the only group with DSP, or the only group that is going to be seriously active at DSP. So they're going to be getting all the resources. So hopefully then that means that they will be better their next release, and then better than that than the release after that, because that's all you really want from a group. It's like you start at whatever point where it's just not terribly bad and embarrassing, and then you just keep building on that from your debut song to basically when you end your career, where your final release should be like your best song of your career. That's kind of the way it should be. or at some point near the end of your career, it should be the best. So there you go. My thoughts and other ramblings and stuff that April and this song have caused. That's it. I don't know. That's all I got. So let me know what you think of this song and stuff down in the comment box below, or you can let me know on social media, on Twitter and Facebook. There's links to those profiles and more in the description box below. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I'm going to thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
And what all has happened. But, looking forward to what April is going to do in the future. Hopefully they evolve and change a little bit. I mean, they don't have to do anything super crazy to make, me happy, as far as, my desire to see groups evolve and change and try new things as their career goes on. But